Well, welcome back. Here I am again digging on the Harbor Freight trencher. This was what I did Labor Day weekend. I put the labor back into Labor Day weekend. Use the trencher to attack the hill once more. Here you can see I'd already made one pass with the trencher that I did not videotape. So there was a lot of debris here. You notice the big clods and stuff, and I'm moving those out of the way as well as digging a little deeper as I go here before I continue on. Thing to note here is the clay. Now some of it pulverizes like the last handful I dropped there, but most of it is just hard chunks. I call them clay boulders, and they can be a little bit aggravating. The tractor weighs between 2,500 and 3,000 pounds, and some of these clods, when they're large, the tractor will just bounce right over them, and I find the only way to break them up is to actually use the cutting edge that I installed on the front end loader bucket and just drop them down and chop them up into pieces until I can run over them and pulverize them. Now here's the CS-2520 equipped with a front end loader, and on the bucket I have a installed cutting edge to keep from bending the bucket. Now one of my pet peeves about working with soil is dealing with dirt with grass mixed in. So I decided it was best to go ahead and peel this hill, get the rest of this grass off the top of it to make digging with the trencher a little bit less problematic, and as well, not get it in my soil, so when I'm pushing it around it's making grooves in it. Now this is a good way to demonstrate my skill with the trencher, and as you can, I can get pretty precise with it. Matter of fact, watch this. I think there's one little sprig I get here. Yeah, there it is. Whoop, there she is. So I can go pretty precise with this, but keep in mind this video has been sped up 8 to 10 times faster than reality. So it's kind of a slow process, and it's really not that elegant. It's not that practical. I figured I needed a better plan for breaking this stuff up. Oh, and by the way, look at that. It looks more dramatic because the trencher is drifted over while digging, and it's bumping up against the tripod, so it looks like I'm really ripping into the dirt there. So what I did was went to the Kioti tractor and I lowered the Scarifiers on my box blade. Now this will make it dig deeper in. I didn't change the angle so that the box blade is descending into the soil any deeper. I really just want to scrape across the top. But what I'm going to do is use these Scarifier teeth to actually comb this hill to get the grass off of it before I dig any further with the trencher. Now this particular box blade, I wouldn't recommend the one like I have. I don't like the vertical pins holding the Scarifiers in. I would have preferred something going through them. Okay, now if you watch here, again, I've just got the blade level. I'm just dragging. I'm going to do this continually on this hill, and you wouldn't think it would do very much, but with those teeth down, I'm combing it as I go, and it's breaking up the roots on the surface. And as I go, as you'll see as the video goes on here, and I did edit it for length because I did this for a little while, and it felt really therapeutic doing it. But as you'll see in a minute, you'll start seeing this thing start rolling up piles of grass, and it's just where I'm picking them off the hill, just dragging them off. Okay, and I'm getting, here's a different angle you can see now. Once I scrape those a little bit, and I'm coming down here and I'm just bringing these piles up. And this way I can take the grass alone and I can scoop it up separately, which I'll show in just a minute or two. And I can put it in a separate pile. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it yet. Maybe compost it, maybe burn it, I'm not sure. But I want it out of the dirt when I'm digging. I like digging and working with clean dirt, if that makes any sense. Now there's my pile. Okay, back to do some digging. I'll move the trencher back down. Now, if you look closely, my outriggers, especially when I'm digging here, are in pretty bad shape. I do have plans in the future to reinforce those and straighten them out because I do slide around a little bit when I'm digging, and it's because part of it's because these things are bent the way they are. But I need to dig as much as I can right now while I have the weather. Now you can see here how far I've dug out, and so far on previous weeks, or previous months I should say at this time. I've taken a big chunk out of this hill. At places there's about a 4 or 5 foot drop off. At this end it's the lower end, and I'm kind of chiseling this back so we have passage for cars around the patio once we get it in. We're just getting the cars a little bit away from the house where we circle the drive right now. More of that beautiful hard clay. Look at that stuff. Now I can't complain too much because this is good soil for compacting. It's good fill dirt, and there's a lot of places I'm filling up with dirt. So it's worked really well moving this from one place in the yard to another and compacting it back down. It's like a big sculpture project. And you can see right here kind of a view of what I'm trying to make things look like on the backyard here, right off the porch. And some cleanup. Again, it's a great pair of tools, the Kioti CS-2520 tractor and the Harbor Freight trencher. I've been doing a lot of work with this thing and been impressed by both machines thus far. Now here I am, I have raised the Scarifiers back up, and I'm just smoothing things out so it's a smoother ride moving around in the yard on the tractor. So here's the weekend's progress. Got another big chunk out of the hill, made some room so that the contractor can work on the porch. Those are the materials back there.